Have you ever just said, I'm fine, because you didn't actually know what else to say?
Someone asks how you are, and your brain just goes blank. And I'm fine comes out. Every single time.
It's not wrong, but it's the very first phrase most people learn. And native speakers almost never actually say it the way you think.
Today we're going to fix that. 10 real situations, 10 natural upgrades, phrases you can use starting today.
Hi everyone, I'm Sophie.
And I'm James. Welcome to Talk English Daily.
This isn't about saying you've been doing it wrong. I'm fine works completely fine.
See what she did there?
I didn't even mean to. But really, think of today as an upgrade. Same meaning, just more natural. More like how people actually talk.
10 situations, real ones. Let's get into it.
Situation 1. You bump into an old friend you haven't seen in months. They smile and say, "Hey, how are you?" If you say, "I'm fine," it sounds a little flat, a little distant, like you don't actually want to catch up. Try this instead. "I'm good, thanks. It's been so long." That "it's been so long" part, that's the magic. It shows excitement. It shows you're happy to see them.
Ooh, I like that one. What's another option?
You could also say, "I'm doing well. How about you?" Simple, warm, and it passes the question right back to them, which is what friends do.
That's such a small change, but it completely changes how the conversation feels.
Exactly. Try saying both out loud right now. "I'm good, thanks. It's been so long."
Situation 2. This one's for the office. It's Monday morning. Your coworker walks in and says, "Hey, how was your weekend?" "I'm fine" doesn't even really answer the question here. They asked about your weekend, not your mood.
Oh, that's a good point actually.
Right? So try this. "It was good. Pretty relaxing, actually." Or if it was busy, "It was good, but it went by way too fast." That second one, everyone relates to that. Weekends always go too fast.
Every single time.
And here's a great one if you actually did something fun. "It was great. I went hiking with some friends." You don't have to say much. Just one real detail makes the conversation feel alive.
I love that. It gives the other person something to ask about next.
Exactly. Conversation is like passing a ball back and forth. Give them something to catch.
Situation 3. This one's a bit heavier. Someone notices you look tired and asks, "Are you okay? How are you doing?" This is where "I'm fine" can actually feel a little cold, like you're shutting the door.
Yeah, that's the one that always feels wrong to me too.
So here's an honest option. "Honestly, it's been a long day." That's it. Simple, true. And it invites the other person to actually listen if they want to.
That's such a healthy way to say it too.
There's also, "I'm okay, just a bit tired." Short, honest, not dramatic, just real.
And if you genuinely don't want to talk about it right now, "I'm getting through it. Thanks for asking." That phrase is so good because it's honest, without opening up more than you want to.
"Thanks for asking" is doing a lot of work there. It shows you noticed they cared.
Say that one with me. "I'm getting through it. Thanks for asking."
If you're enjoying this so far, this is a great moment to hit subscribe. We post new episodes every week, all about sounding more natural in English.
Okay, situation 4. Texting a friend. They text you, "Hey, what's up?" If you text back, "I'm fine," the conversation kind of just dies there.
It really does.
So try, "Not much, just relaxing." You? Super casual, perfect for texting.
Or, if something actually happened, "Not bad, just got back from the gym."
And honestly, my favorite texting response is just, "Same old, same old." It means nothing new is happening, and it's incredibly common in casual texting between friends.
I use that one constantly.
Try texting that to a friend this week and see what they say.
Situation 5. You're actually having a genuinely amazing day. Someone asks how you are, and I'm fine massively undersells how you feel.
Oh, this is important. If you're happy, say it.
Try, I'm doing great actually. That little word, actually, adds real energy.
I love that one.
Or, I'm having such a good day. And my personal favourite, couldn't be better.
That phrase always makes me smile when I hear it.
It's confident, it's warm, and it's so simple to say. Couldn't be better.
Let's pause here for a second. Quick question for you. If a stranger asked you right now how you're doing, which phrase would you actually use? Think about it for a moment. Got one? Okay, let's keep going. And remember the one you picked.
Situation 6. James, this one's yours.
This one's a classic. You're at a coffee shop. The cashier hands you your coffee and says, "How's it going?" This isn't a deep question. It's small talk. So, "I'm fine" actually kind of works here. But native speakers usually say something even shorter.
Oh, like what?
Like just, "Pretty good, you?" Or even shorter, "Doing all right, thanks."
That's so quick.
That's the point. Small talk should feel light, quick, and friendly, not a whole conversation.
That's actually really useful because a lot of learners overthink these tiny interactions.
Exactly. Sometimes natural English is just shorter than you think.
Situation 7. This one's mine. You've had a genuinely hard week. A close friend texts you. Hey, how are you holding up? This is a much more caring question, and "I'm fine" here can feel like you're pushing them away.
This is the one where people really need the right words.
So try, "I'm hanging in there." It means you're managing, but it's not easy. Very honest, very common.
I hear that phrase all the time.
There's also, "It's been a tough week, but I'm okay." And if you want to open up a bit more, "Honestly, I could use a distraction."
That's such a kind thing to say to a friend, because it invites them to help without you having to ask directly.
Exactly. Try that one. "Honestly, I could use a distraction."
Situation 8. This one happens constantly. Someone passes you in the hallway, just says, "Hey, how's it going?" and keeps walking. This is the fastest interaction on this whole list.
Ha, the hallway hello.
Exactly. And you barely have time to answer. So just say, "Good, you?" That's it. 2 words.
That short.
That short. Or even simpler, "Hey, good." These aren't real questions. They're just friendly noise. A way of saying hello without stopping to talk.
That's such a good point. Not every question needs a full sentence answer.
Exactly. Match the energy of the moment.
Situation 9. You're nervous about something. A job interview, a big test, and someone asks how you're feeling. "I'm fine" here can sound like you're hiding how nervous you are.
This one feels very relatable.
Try, "I'm a little nervous, but excited too." That's so honest, and it shows 2 real feelings at once.
I really like that.
There's also, "I've got butterflies, but I think I'm ready."
Butterflies?
It's an expression. Butterflies in your stomach means that nervous, fluttery feeling before something important.
Oh, that's a beautiful phrase, actually.
And the simplest version, "I'm a bit anxious, but I'll be okay." Say that one with me. "I'm a bit anxious, but I'll be okay."
Situation 10. Last one. You're meeting someone for the first time. After the introduction, they ask, "So, how are you finding everything?" Meaning, how is your experience going? This is common when you're new somewhere. A job, a city, an event,
Oh, this is such a specific but useful one.
right? So try, "It's been great so far, thanks for asking." Or, "I'm settling in well, thank you." Settling in means getting comfortable in a new place or situation.
That's such a natural phrase.
And my favorite for this one, everyone's been so welcoming, honestly. That phrase does two things at once. It answers the question, and it's a genuine compliment to the person asking.
That's such a warm way to end a first conversation.
It really is.
Okay, 10 situations down. Let's do a quick recap before we go. My favourite from today, I'm hanging in there. It's honest, it's warm, and it works in so many real situations.
Mine is, couldn't be better. I just love how confident that phrase sounds.
They're both so simple too. That's the best part.
Exactly. None of these phrases are difficult. They're just different. A little more natural.
So here's what we want you to do. Pick just one phrase from today.
Just one.
And try it the next time someone asks how you're doing.
Even if it feels a little strange at first, that's completely normal.
New phrases always feel strange right before they feel natural.
That's such a good way to put it.
If today helped you even a little, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next episode.
And let us know in the comments which phrase you're going to try first. Thanks so much for being here today.
See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.